What's going on today, guys? This is Daniel with Cuervo ATV. Today we're talking about the Honda Talon 1000R. This is specific to the R. May help some of the other machines or thought process on fixing or accomplishing suspension adjustments or fixing issues you may have. So, 1000R machine's been fairly unchanged suspension wise since it came out. 3-position adjusters on compression. Mine, and with most guys, buck stock. So the rear end kicks up over jumps, harsh riding, and rough overall. So quick adjustments here. I'll just go over what I did, and I don't know, kind of second run doing this video, trying to keep it a little bit shorter. So basically, on the rear, we changed the upper springs to a 10-inch spring. These are eye-box springs, and part number there, which you probably can't read, is 1000.300.0200S. I bought these springs from Summit Racing. So we made a few changes in that, just the upper spring. Put that on. We changed the crossover point and the top adjusters to adjust ride height. I lowered the rear of this machine about 1.5 inches versus where it was stock. Now, I don't run a lot of accessories on here. I don't want the extra weight. Run some boxes in the rear, but that's about it. Adjuster in the rear in the number 2 position. So I'm gonna get the measurements. Let's go back to the other side. Those springs were about $100 a piece. So well worth spending the money if you're fighting or chasing or tired of how it rides stock. Let's take some measurements. So I measured it earlier. The eye to eye on the rear shock, kind of showing where ride height is 27.5 inches. And from the start of the thread there to the bottom, to basically the top of the coil, is 2 3/4, just under 3 inches. And let me get that again. Yeah, 2 3/4 to there. And if we go to the bottom of the crossover, we're at like 7 1/4 to the bottom of the crossover here. That is leaving off of ride height a little 2 3/8, 2 1/4 of travel for that spring. So a couple adjustments there. If you don't quite understand what's going on there, this is the settings that have worked extremely well for me. Help with one of my friends at DuneFest, Joe George. He really helped me out figuring out what route to go on this without spending any money. And that's kind of the, obviously I bought these springs, but without revalving the whole shocks. And I thought that I was going to have to go there. And ultimately, no. We fixed an issue with some time, a few heads thinking about what to do with it and the route to go. And it ended up being exactly opposite of what we both thought, and worked out perfectly well. So lowering the rear puts more weight over the rear tire, or changes the weight bias of the machine. So just doing that adjustment helped out quite a bit. If you look at where it sits, that door sits flat to the ground, or at 0 degrees, or very close to. On the front, I don't think we did a whole lot of ride height adjustment, but the main thing on the front was actually going to the firm setting, the number 3 setting on the valve. Initially I had it on the soft setting, trying to get a decent ride out of it, but it was completely opposite of where we needed to go with it. So same deal up here. We are not quite, just under 2 inches, like 1 7/8 inches. Let's see. Say 1 3/4 inches actually to the top of the spring there, and the crossover is sitting at about 4 1/4 to the bottom of the crossover. This helped the front end not dive into the whoops by adjusting that to the firm setting. And basically what we did is put a bit more crossover in it to allow the top spring to travel a little further before getting into the mainspring. So that helped the low speed be a little bit more comfortable. So that really did help out. Controlled the dive and kept it a bit more planted going to the firm setting on there. Adjusting the ride height in the rear helped with jumping and stability. But I can jump this now and it doesn't kick. So I know that's a big issue for some guys. We're not airing it out crazy, but you get a nice little hit, or you, I don't know, going up whatever hill, and it's not trying to kick the back end up over anymore. So ride height, huge part in that. So I hope this helps somebody out. I know there's a lot of guys out struggling and not wanting to redo the whole suspension and send it out and all that. It's a lot to deal with. $200 went. I got my money's worth out of that. $200. So well worth it. A few adjustments. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. This is what worked for me. So there you have it. But all right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with some more Raptor stuff here pretty soon, but just wanted to overview this, and that is it for today.